precious saints. Yesterday I shared a message with you called The Tip of the Spear. And yesterday evening, as I was just meditating on what the Lord had shown concerning that, I began to ask him the question, what does it mean practically? What does it look like to press into the darkness? And this is what I received. I'm going to be reading for you from my journal. It means to allow the Lord to lead you on a path where you can't see the final outcome or get your bearings. In the dense darkness, Moses and Joshua couldn't see how high they were, how far they had to go, and where the easiest path was. They just had to press forward towards the sound of God's voice. Just like Abraham, who was called to leave everything and go to a place I will show you. This is what pressing into the darkness is. Hearing the call of God, feeling the strong leading of the Spirit and the forceful movement and momentum of the hand of God urging you forward, but seeing nothing that makes sense to your natural mind as you step out. It is literally putting all your weight on the word God gives you when calling you into the great unknown. Like Peter stepping out of the boat, called to do something that in the natural was totally impossible and made no sense at all. In fact, it looked dangerous and foolish in the stormy circumstances in which the disciples had found themselves. No human being would encourage him to take this step. But the voice of Jesus said, "Come to me." And Peter obeyed. This is the moving into the darkness or obscurity. Remember, obscurity also means something unknown or unable to be quantified. So it is stepping out into that unknown and unquantifiable place just because the Spirit is leading you strongly in that direction. It is like having a scroll with a map on it, and only the first turn of the scroll is revealed. And as you put your feet in the part of the map that you can see, God then unrolls the next roll of the scroll. So this is what walking by faith is, drawing near into the darkness. God said, "Go to a place I will show you." Herein is a command, and no clear indication what the destination is. Yet there is also a promise and a certainty of God's presence on the journey. He said, "I will show you." He will give you personal revelation as you go. No human being is involved in this interaction. It is a journey with a map that is only shared piece by piece between God Himself and His faithful saint. Abraham stepped out in faith, not knowing where he was going, and he ended up with a name change and a son in his old age. The journey he was called to was full of impossibilities, which turned into amazing miracles. This is what you will experience as you draw near into the darkness where God is in this chapter ahead. And I know there are many saints, many remnant saints who are part of the tip of the spear that are hearing the call to step out and begin to move on a journey where they do not know exactly where God will be taking them. And there is a little bit of fear gnawing in the back cupboards of their hearts. And the Lord would say to you, "I lead you out in my perfect love into the wilderness as part of my bridal company. I lead you out into a face-to-face encounter with me. You will be led by the Spirit, even as my people were led out of Egypt by the pillar of cloud and the pillar of fire. There was not one day in which I did not provide for them. There was not one night in which my pillar of fire was not overshadowing them. There was not one day in which my presence was absent from them. Know this, my people, I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. If you will step out and put your whole weight on the first instruction upon the map I have laid out before you in the Spirit, I will lead you and I will take you to the place that I will show you, the place that has been prepared to protect and keep you safe in the turbulent and tribulation times that lie ahead. Selah.